Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Corner, where we take the time to speak with Florida Realtors Leadership Academy alumni. I'm your host, Stas Matias, class of 2020, and I'm here today with Jarrod Lowe. Hey, Jarrod, how you doing?
Good morning, class of 2014, the best class ever.
So Jarrod's been in the business for 9 years, and his areas of expertise is St. Lucie, Martin, and Palm Beach counties. His local association is the Broward, Palm Beaches, and St. Lucie Realtors. He graduated class of 2014, and his chair was Francisco Angulo, and his co-chair was Victor Ramos. So Jarrod, thanks so much for serving. I know you're also a Marine vet, so thanks for serving our country as well.
Thank you, you as well.
So why did you originally apply for Florida Realtors Leadership Academy?
So Florida Realtors, or being a realtor, was fairly new to me at the time. I had been in the business, I think, for about 3 years. I had been on my local board for a few years at that point. And I'm the type of person that if I get into something, I put 100% into it. And I wanted to grow and continue my leadership journey within real estate as I had in my previous careers. And I really wanted to develop myself, as a leader, as a business person. So I, joined the academy to kind of not only define but hone some of those leadership traits and qualities, so that I could be a better realtor and a better leader.
Awesome. So what did you enjoy about Florida Realtors Leadership Academy?
I would say it's hard to pinpoint. Specifically. Overall, I mean, I enjoyed the entire program. The number one thing that I think any of us get out of that type of program, and it doesn't matter what level or what type of leadership program, it's the relationships that you build with your classmates, the relationships that you build with the chairs who are, your leaders in that, and who I would say are mentors in that. Relationships is the number one thing. Because those are friendships and relationships that'll last a lifetime. So I would say that's the number one thing. But I mean, overall, it helped me grow and expand my strengths, but it also helped me realize some of my weaknesses. So at least I was able to identify those and then start working on how to better myself in those areas.
Gotcha. So did Florida Realtors Leadership Academy meet your expectations?
Absolutely, I would say yes, because I didn't go in there with any expectations. I went in pretty much with an open mind saying, I want to get out of this what it can provide me. I don't want to set an expectation because I don't want to be disappointed. Definitely didn't disappoint at all, but I'm the type of person that I like to just jump in, feet first. I'm a little safer sometimes, but I just wanted to jump in, immerse myself, and get out of it, whatever I could. And that's exactly what I got. I mean, it was a great program, learning everything at the state level, kind of how everything operates, getting to see the facilities, in Orlando as well as in Tallahassee. And although I was already a major investor, it really helped me really understand the benefits and the needs of the Realtors pack as well. I'd say overall, it was an enjoyable experience. It was a fulfilling experience.
Awesome. So what has Florida Realtors Leadership Academy done for you professionally?
I'd like to say that it really was the propellant to me growing and developing as a leader, which is now put me in a position where I'm now president of the Broward, Palm Beaches, and St. Lucie Realtors. We are the third largest realtor association in the nation. We have about 35,000 members. So I would say a lot of the traits, qualities, and characteristics that I've developed over the years as a leader, Florida Realtors definitely was the stepping stone to help me start developing those traits and qualities. And so, I mean, it's helped me grow as a person, as a leader. It's helped me in my business. And then it's helped me build and maintain relationships across the state and actually even across the nation. And I've been able to find myself involved at the state, very highly at the state level on some pretty important committees and presidential advisory groups, as well as appointments at the national level. And I'd venture to say that getting involved with the Florida Realtors Leadership Academy was the first step to achieving and accomplishing those goals.
Well, you kind of touched on this next question, but I mean, we still want to hear everything that you're involved in. So since graduating from Florida Realtors Leadership Academy, can you talk about your involvement, whether at the local, state, and or national levels?
Yeah, for sure. So at the state level, I was, when I joined the Florida Realtors Leadership Academy, I was already serving at my local board on the board of directors. I was also on a few committees at the state level. Since graduating in 2014 at the state level, I started getting more involved locally. I ended up on the leadership line in 2017, and that's actually the time that I was selected to and participated in the National Association of Realtors Leadership Academy. I'm a 2017 graduate of that.
Wow, congrats.
And then, thank you. And then, you know, I just found my way through line leadership here locally, because as you know, that's where it starts. We get our start serving our local association to the highest and best capacity we can. And that's where I find myself today. We've been through many mergers to get to where we're at as a local association and 35,000 members. And again, the journey is due to starting at the Florida Realtors Leadership Academy. At the national level, like I said, I did graduate from the Leadership Academy. I've participated on several committees at the national level and continue to do so, as well as an NAR director for about 5 years at the national level.
Wow.
So my leadership journey, Florida Realtors Leadership Academy, has definitely helped me accomplish and achieve all of those goals.
I know you're also your district trustee for RPAC as well, serving as that. I know you're heavily involved in RPAC. I'm blessed to get to work with you in RPAC. For those that don't know, I didn't even know you graduate Leadership Academy till I seen the list. I'm like, what? I didn't even know this. But Jarrod and the whole Broward, Palm Beach, St. Lucie crew just kind of adopted me and really helped me to direct me which way to navigate through leadership. I already was curious about it and was just trying to find out even more. And you guys, man, you guys really reeled me in. So I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, when you have someone like yourself that's passionate, that's fun to be around, and I mean, obviously, like you said, just like myself, you're a veteran, and that's something that's very honorable that we definitely respect and admire as well. And you know, we welcome anyone. It's not about our association against any other association. It's about the Realtor family and all of us working together and having fun together, and that's what it's all about.
No, I definitely feel that. I felt that with you guys. I joined you guys. I really do. I really did. So our alumni, I mean, I'm sorry, my class don't know that, but they'll know that when they watch this recording.
There you go. Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So if our class of 2020, establishes a more organized Florida Realtors Leadership Academy alumni program, what ideas or suggestions would you like to see implemented?
The only thing I can kind of think of is a mentorship aspect of the program, maybe pairing each classmate with a alumni graduate of the Leadership Academy, maybe. I think, I mean, although you do have your chairs and vice chairs who are great mentors during the academy, I've quickly realized in my leadership journey the power of collaboration. And I mean that on so many levels. One of the coolest aspects about being involved in, you know, Florida Realtors local and the national level, just being involved in this industry and volunteer leadership, is there's so many diverse people from so many diverse backgrounds, and everyone has a different perspective on things. You may go through, we may both go through the same situation or scenario, but we probably might have, because of our backgrounds, because of our history, two very different opinions on it or experiences on it. And when we can collaborate together and discuss how this situation or scenario made me feel, and then you can tell me how you felt, it can help us collaborate, maybe come to what the most important part of something is, and that's a consensus when we're making high level decisions for a lot of our members, if you're looking at it from that board perspective. But
Right.
even from an emotional perspective, it really helps us grow and learn as individuals when we can bounce ideas and talk through situations that we're dealing with in our own lives, just like what we're dealing with now with this pandemic. You know, the way I'm looking at it, interpreting it from a optimistic, positive mindset may be very different than someone down the road. And maybe
Yeah,
that person needs to hear that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that we are going to work through this together, that there are resources and things out there that can help them.
absolutely.
So, I mean, I think, the mentorship aspect of it, pairing each individual student up with a mentor, maybe help them if there's, I believe you're still doing a book project for Florida Realtors Leadership Academy, I assume.
Yeah, we have we have to read 2 books and then share.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, I know you're sharing with your classmates and going through that, but maybe even if you have a mentor and while you're going through it, you and your mentor are both reading the same book and you're bouncing ideas. Hey, this is what I
Nice.
thought
Yeah.
about this. It's collaboration. And again, I said it earlier, but one of the strongest things we have is that collaboration and seeing other people's perspectives so that maybe we can redevelop our own interpretation of what's going on and how we're dealing with things. So I think that if I could really nail one thing specifically, it'd be a one-on-one mentorship program with another alumni that has previously graduated from the academy.
Yeah, I like that. No one's brought that up. That's a good one. I like that. So, can you share a moment, whether it's a fun or funny or inspiring moment that most stands out to you from your time with your class?
I mean, there were so many fun moments we had together, the camaraderie, the banter back and forth with each other. Honestly, one of the biggest things that happened for me as an individual was the first day that we got together. We went out to the ropes course, and
Yeah.
we were playing somewhat of a dodgeball type of game where you could only move if you had the ball. And I'm an athlete by nature. Unfortunately, I'm an extremely competitive athlete by nature. And I probably, no, there's no probably to it. I took the game entirely too seriously. And I think some people were very intimidated by my nature because of that. And I may have even turned a few people off. And it took them, going through the rest of the academy maybe before they really came around to me and got to know me because of that competitive nature. So for me, that was an aha moment for me. I needed to realize that we're no longer in, grade school, high school, college, competing at the highest of level in athletics, number one. Um, Number two, that you don't take things too seriously. Don't get too competitive. And I think I always compare myself to others. I always strive to be the best that I can be. And that was what started me on the journey of realizing that you don't have to be the best at everyone you can be. You surround yourself by people that are better than you actually, and you surround yourself by people that you can delegate to and or work with to accomplish and achieve your goals. You don't have to take it all on yourself. You don't have to only rely and count on yourself to get things done, that you can rely on others. And I can honestly say that's the greatest thing that I've learned about myself, and what has helped me grow as a leader is that I've always been surrounded by people that are better than me. My mentors, the other leaders that I've come up with, they were all better than me, and they've all pushed me to be better each and every day. And that's what I strive to do, is better myself each and every day. And I know I'm not always going to be the best, and probably might not even be one of the best in the room. But as long as I'm adding value to a conversation, and as long as I'm getting fulfillment out of it, then I know I deserve to be there.
No, I totally get it, man. I mean, you guys have educated me. Yeah, I always want to be the dumbest guy in the room myself. I've
For
been
sure.
around you guys. I'm absorbing your energy, where you guys been, what you've tried. I remember walking through Epcot with you guys, just asking questions. You're like, man, guy, we're trying to have fun. I'm like, well, what about RPAC? Just like asking questions. I'm going to be RPAC chair. Just looking for help. So I totally get it. I totally
Mhm.
agree with you. So what was your Florida Leadership Academy class project?
Our class project was basically homelessness awareness. During my year was the year
Sherry
President
Meadows.
Sherry Meadows was president,
Yeah.
who You talk about a selfless, phenomenal leader that really cares about other people. And that's that woman. She was a great inspiration for myself, a great inspiration for our class. We did a lot. We actually did a big old project where we had packaged up, I can't remember, I apologize, about 6 years ago. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was something like 20 or 30,000 meals to go out and serve the homeless. We were doing some really big campaigns with the homelessness. We had made some actual pins and badges for it. So it was just creating awareness. And we actually were partnering up with some local and state organizations, providing some statistics, did
Yeah.
some research projects and stuff. So it was really about raising awareness for the homelessness epidemic in the state of Florida. And surprisingly enough, the amount of, and which near and dear to my heart and breaks my heart, the homeless veterans in our state and in the nation in general, but in our state, as well as the amount of homeless children. I know back then, I do remember this number, 25,000 given children on a given night were homeless in the state of Florida back in 2014, 25,000 a night. And
Wow.
that's just, it's so sad to know that. So it was a project that I think meant a lot to all of us because we're in the real estate business. Obviously, we're here. I got out of law enforcement, got out of the military, and people are like, how do you transition from that to real estate? And it's crazy, but if you think about it, it's the same thing. It's service.
Yeah.
We have servants' hearts if we're in real estate. If you're in it for the right reasons,
Right.
you're helping people make the biggest decision, one of the biggest decisions and purchases of their lives. You're helping, maybe a widower whose husband just passed downsize into another more affordable home. You're helping, a single mother with kids get into their first home, or even, not necessarily a single mother, but a new budding family get into their first home. You're helping them move up into their next home where they're having a second or third child.
Yeah.
Maybe someone unfortunately divorce or whatever leads us to our next journey in our lives. We're helping people navigate through those journeys. And I mean, you talk about fulfilling and rewarding. That's pretty incredible. But at the same time, there's lots of people out there that are very much in need when it comes to shelter. And, so it's that project was something that really, really meant a lot to me personally. And one of the things I've done even since then is continue to work in the homelessness arena with, fixing and serving. My company fixes and serves meals on Thanksgiving to a large homeless camp and population where our office is. I've done a lot with the VA and with some veterans organizations trying to help educate and let veterans know of what kind of benefits are out there. So it's a project that I've kind of personally taken on, maybe not at the highest level or the level I'd like to be at, but it's something that I've continued to maintain throughout the years.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. So last year I had the privilege of going through Leadership Academy in my local board, and Sherry Meadows came in and spoke to us. I had no idea who she was, and she actually did share what her cause was that year, the homelessness. That's the only reason why I knew. As soon as you said, I was like, oh, Sherry Meadows, as soon as you said homeless, because she was very, very passionate, and she spoke highly of that Leadership Academy year, because her biggest thing was, well, we don't want to just package food or feed people. Like we want to make it known, hey,
Right.
this is a problem. I can't remember off the top of my head the statistics or whatever, but she did say that after that year, she did see a decline. There was more help for it. But I can't speak to that.
I'm not sure of that. Yeah, I'm not sure of the statistics either. It's been too long, unfortunately. A lot's happened since then.
It's funny you had mentioned we have such similar backgrounds. I came out of military, went into law enforcement as well, and people say that to me too. Like, wow, you were law enforcement, and now you're in real estate. Like, it's so different. And I'm like, well, not really, but yeah. So anyway, last question for you. I want to hold you up. I know we've got that town hall meeting coming up at 3. You got a lot to prepare for. Man, you're doing a great job with that, by the way. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Lockdown ends today. Where's the first place you're going?
Well, lockdown doesn't end for us, unfortunately. I'm still in Palm Beach County, so Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade, we're still on lockdown. But I've actually been enjoying running to the farmers market, getting my fresh produce and my fruits and vegetables, and home cooking meals. There's nothing like a good home cooked meal. So the one thing I'm ready to open back up is the gyms. So as
Yeah,
soon as that happens, brother, I'm
right to
there at
the
5
gym.
a.m. So that's what I'm still waiting for. But I'm not one that's big on shopping, and as much as I like to eat out, I love to cook at home more. So I'm really enjoying the home cooked meals. I'll be honest with you.
That's awesome. All right, man. Well, thanks again so much
No
for
problem.
coming on. We're going to share this with the class. Hopefully, we do future episodes with the rest of the alumni. I think it's really cool to hear everyone's experience, and
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
sure.
cool what y'all are doing.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see you again up at the convention.
Hopefully, we'll see you in August. I just want to thank you again for everything that you're doing as well. I'm excited to see your leadership journey, and I know I expect some big things from you. It's good to know you, and I appreciate you giving me this opportunity today to speak with you.
Oh, thanks, man. And we'll be in touch. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we'll see
talk.
you soon. All
All
right,
right,
buddy.
man.
Have a good day.
Bye.